Hello, back to Wada. My name is Beast. Today we're back with Sousaku Kanojo no Ren'ai Koushiki. I do have to show something real quick. Namely, gotta switch tune now. So yeah, the original plan was to just go to Media Market. I don't know if you know it, essentially big old fucking electronics store, to get like a second Switch controller. And I say, you know what? I kind of I've been wanting to buy like a PlayStation 5. So I went along, but then I decided, you know what? Actually, now I really think about it. How many games are like PS5 exclusive that I can just play that I really want to play, as opposed to the Switch 2 stuff that is going to get more and more now. And I just kind of felt like it makes more sense to get the Switch 2. So while my little sister expected her own controller for the Switch 1, she now has a Switch 1. Hand-me-downs. Fun, aren't they? She was grinning ear to ear while eating McDonald's, because yes, we also got McDonald's. Still prefer Burger King, but alas, little to be done. Also got Story of Seasons Grand Bazaar, so I'll be relaxing with some of that after the recording. But for now, let's get back into the MC getting fucked over because someone got curious about it. And the relationship is not going to end well. After all his classes ends, Isa gets up from her seat beside Shion and approaches me. No, nothing for now. I was going home and reading a light novel that came out recently.
ならさ、またバッティングセンターに行かない？ちょっと打ちたい気分なんだ。
Isa clenches her fists and makes a batting motion. Sure, sounds good. If you don't go every once in a while, our form will just deteriorate.
オッケー、早速行こう。
I nod and grab my backpack. Right then, I feel my phone vibrate as if someone just texted. Wait a second. Have some time before the next session when I hang out at a cafe. A place is here, sending the location. I'm over the moon. It's Kimisaka, really the one invited me right now.
どうかした？
Sorry, I have something to do. Can we just go tomorrow?
別にいいけど、何の用事？
How do I put it? Some come up that takes priority.
どういうこと？
Anyway, see you tomorrow.
また明日。
Isa looks on in confusion while I answer Kimizaka's line message. I'm on my way. Might get lost and be late. Why does she keep accusing him of having erectile dysfunction? Based on the map, it's here. Sign reads liquor. After entering through the narrow entranceway, I head downstairs towards the basement. Oh, let's head in. I think it's sliding down a hill, not down that. Wow. First word comes to mind after seeing this place's hideout. There's obviously no outside light, but the contrast between the darkness and the lighting of the whole place gives it a nice atmosphere. Most of the customers are adults. Being a student, I feel a little like a fish out of water.
鏡くん。
Turn in the direction of my name and see Kimizaka waving her hand with a smile on her face. I sit across from her and try to keep my composure. Still, this whole scene is making me feel beyond ecstatic. That's the first time I'm seeing Kimizaka wear her glasses. Even when she tries to hide herself with those glasses, her beauty still stands out. So to keep you waiting.
気にしないで。私の方こそ急に誘ってごめんなさい。鏡くんも何か予定があったんじゃないの？
I was gonna do some, but I postponed it.
そうなの？それはちょっと悪いことをしたわね。
Don't worry about it. It was something I can do anytime.
それなら良かったのだけれど。
By the way, do you come here often, Kimizaka?
ええ。 このお店の雰囲気が気に入ってるのよ。おしゃれだけど派手すぎず、落ち着ける空間なのが私的にポイントが高いわね。地下にあることも手伝って、学生と鉢合わせしたこともないし、加えてコーヒーも絶品よ。鏡くんも一杯どう？
Well, if you say so, I might as well get a cup. Oh, also, let me just display capture. Yes. I don't know why my Discord is doing that, but it's been doing that for like an hour now. Fucking internet provider probably fucking up again. But yes, it's sure has been starting. Look at the menu and choose a coffee. There's so many types of coffee, and some of them seem to use really expensive beans. No question that a normal student wouldn't be able to afford these prices. Maybe that's why most of the customers are adults. Call an employee and order my coffee. Right after that, I turn my attention back to Kimizaka. Since you're wearing a uniform, I suppose you only went to your morning class.
いいえ、今日は朝から収録だったわ。
And you wore your uniform?
これは先輩声優だったり、スタッフさんに名前と顔を覚えてもらうために制服を着ていくのよ。
So they can remember your name and your face.
ほら、制服って学生時代しか着れないものだから、収録で着ていく人はほとんどいない。加えてデザイン的に目立つから、覚えてもらうのに適している服装なの。私がいる業界って、まずは名前と顔を覚えてもらうところがスタートラインだから。
But I still think you'd definitely leave a strong impression, even if they only see you once. Blinding beautiful, I'm sure everyone will remember a girl like that, even if they only see her once.
ありがとう。でも、そんなに甘くはないの。私ぐらいの声優はいくらでもいる。単に私は運が良かっただけ。いいのよ。それより私から鏡くんに相談があってね。ええ、今から聞く話は誰にも言わないでほしいの。ありがとう。じゃあ話していくわね。エンディングから始まるごく普通のラブコメっていう作品を知ってる？
I've only heard of it. You talk about End Love, right? If you're asking me about that novel, does that mean it's going to have an anime? Or that they released a drama CD?
ええ、すでにアニメ化は進行していて、来年頭から放送開始だそうよ。そして私はメインヒロインの綺麗あかり役として出演予定なの。
See, so what can I help you with?
鏡くんには作中でのあかりの行動についての解釈を聞きたいのよ。先日ドラマ CD の収録があったのだけど、どうにも原作者の反応が芳しくなくてね。なんとかアニメの収録までには担当するヒロインの演技の完成度を高めておきたいの。
Okay, I'll stop by bookshop and buy the series. It'd be perfect if it wasn't a Nagima bookstore, but since they are usually so very popular in new books, I don't think they have it.
ありがとう。
Oh my
購
god,
入した
they
ら領収
have
書を持って
it!
きてちょうだい。経費で落としてもらうから。
Don't worry, I've been interested in this series for a while now anyway.
でも
Plus, it only has 6 volumes. Won't be that expensive. Let's forget about that for now. I want to know you better, Tsukimizaka.
私のこ
Now, I'll know you, you know me, and in time, if all goes well, you'll fall in love with me, or so I want to tell her, but...
ごめんなさい。マネージャーからだわ。
Tsukimizaka picks up a phone and starts talking.
ええ、大丈夫。今から行くわ。え？変？後で理由を話すわよ。
Judging by that call, she seems to get along well with the manager.
ごめんなさい。私、そろそろ行かないと。
Let's see. I'll stay here for a bit while I finish my
わか
coffee.
ったわ。進展があったら連絡をちょうだい。
Yeah, I'll do my best to help you. If I give her tips or some that helps her here, she'll definitely like me even more. For that to happen, I need to read End Love carefully, understand the heroine's actions, and give a good interpretation of them to
あ
Tsukimizaka.
りがとう。じゃあまた学園で。
She grabs the receipt and begins to leave. Perhaps anticipating that I was about to stop her, she opens her mouth and winks.
今日は私が誘ったのだから、そのお礼ってことで。今度こそ、バイバイ。
Sousaku pays the bill and leaves the cafe. My eyes follow her until she departs, some of my coffee. Delicious. A bit of the pleasant flavor fills my mouth, as if Kirina Tsukimi's voice is developing in my body. I'm sure one day, the feeling's really going to reach her. Will I ever be in her thoughts? First things first, I need to keep trying. I can't believe the novel was sold out. At the bookshop in the shopping district, but the series is sold out. I guess it's more popular than I thought. Jinami, I want to ask you a favor. Stop kidding me as she washes dishes in the kitchen.
あら、としきくんからお願い事があるなんて。あ、もしかして実家が恋しくなっちゃって。
は？
わかるよ。私も就職して一人暮らしをした時、何度も実家に戻りたいって思ったから。
No, that's not.
そういう時は人肌が恋しくなるんだよね。
Like he's just like, no, no, get away from me, get away from me. I do not want a nursing home job.
あ、もしかしてお願いって私に添い寝をしてほしいっていうお願いなのかな？
Why does she look into it? Why does Bud look into it?
でもそういうのは恋人ができてからその人にしてもらった方がいいと思うんだよね。ただどうしてもっていうなら
That's not it! For a moment, I almost fell into temptation, but I'm able to compose myself quickly. Jinami is usually a very kind woman, but sometimes she lets her imagination run wild.
違うんだ。じゃあ何のお願い？
Well, I wanted to see if you could order a light novel called A Very Ordinary Romantic Comedy that starts with the ending.
もしかしてエンラブって略称のやつ？
You know the series?
うん。というか全巻持ってるよ。
Didn't expect that. Jinami, do you read light novels?
昔は読んでいたけど今はそんなにかな。あと持ってるのは知人が全巻プレゼントしてくれたの。私物でもよかったら貸してあげるけどどうする？
Greatly appreciate it.
オッケー。洗い物が終わったら部屋から持ってくるね。
Very ordinary romantic comedy that starts with the ending, also known as End Love, written by Osamu Haneishi. Illustrations made by Yuinose. That's cousin, isn't it? Someone in the creative field that we do not know the real person they are needs to be the cousin. And this is the only illustrator we've heard of so far. That's the cousin. The novel ends after 6 volumes. Since it ended at the peak of its popularity, a lot of fans were sad with its termination. The heroine is the prim and proper ever popular Akari Kirei, and the protagonist is an ordinary boy, Shuichi Sagami, who's attracted to Akari. However, one day Shuichi accidentally discovers that Akari participates in compensated dating. Akari offers Shuichi to sleep with her if he doesn't say anything to anyone, but Shuichi refuses. Shuichi tries to ask her why she does this, but Akari only replies that it's something she simply wants to do. Persuaded by his plea for her to stop, Akari asks, would you take that place, Sagami? At that point, Sagami accepts the proposal just because he wants Akari to stop. The story adds the class president and a senpai of Shuichi as characters. The plot of the story gets complicated and develops as a romantic comedy. Among all the characters, Akari Kirei is the one that readers like the most, and the character Kirina Tsukimi will play. Compensated dating without any particular goal. She has a good relationship with her family, and she cares about herself the most. Still, no one else picks up on her selfishness. She has an insatiable appetite for sex, and her real personality is much colder than the cheerful persona she lets on. And though she doesn't show much interest in Shuichi at first, she gradually becomes more possessive of him, even showing some jealousy. But right until the end of the series, it's never clear if Akari really has feelings for Shuichi. To this day, the opinion of fans remains divided. Scene that confuses fans the most is probably the climax of the final volume. Right at the end, Shuichi confesses his feelings to Akari, but Akari rejects his confession and simply disappears. She thought she couldn't be Shuichi's partner because she felt disgusted about everything she did until that point. Akari didn't want a partner, she wanted a physical relationship, and she turned it down because she wanted to maintain that relationship. Akari never wanted to be a couple, but when Shuichi confessed to her, she had to give him an answer. There's a bunch of theories like that on the internet. I see. After reading all 6 volumes of the series, I started reading reviews of the series on the internet. Before I knew it, the sun was already peeking out my window. Shitsuki Mizaka has already found her own interpretation of the ending. She probably also read the opinions of fans on the internet. But the author, Osamu Honishi, told Kiriha that something was missing. In other words, none of the fans could fully understand the author's original interpretation. Interpretation. I browsed through all the interpretations I find on the internet, but I can't find the one I have. I don't know if my interpretation is the correct one, but I hope this can help Tsukimizaka at least a little. Oh, since I didn't sleep at all, I'm quite tired. I just sent a line message to Tsukimizaka telling her that I've read all of Endlove and found my own interpretation. So glad it's Saturday. After sending that message, I jumped into my bed and closed my eyes. Akari liked Chuchi, but since Akari was always in a frigid, lustful world, she was afraid to enter that bright, pure world in front of her. That's why she left when Chuchi confessed to her. If we think about the previous scene where she shows her lack of confidence, I think the theory is pretty solid. At the start of the following week, right after school, I talked with Tsukimizaka in the cafe where we met the other day. I explained my interpretation of Endlove after having read it, but it's not compelling enough.
そうね。筋は通ってる。でも、私の中で何かが引っかかっているのよ。
See, sorry couldn't be of help.
真剣に考えてくれただけで嬉しいわ。ありがとう。
Seeing her smile so close to me. Am I really alive right now? I'm not gonna die tomorrow or something.
どうかした？
Nothing, it's nothing. What have you asked the original author? Didn't he go to the recording last time?
もちろん尋ねたわ。でも原作者の方は、解釈はない。あかり役の人間が自分なりの解釈を持って演じてもらえればいいと。
The author prioritized the development of the story and didn't focus on the feelings of the characters. A successful author like him really do something like that. I mean, there's been quite a few works that were successful using that method, so it's a possibility.
それで、私なりにあかりの心情を考えて演じてみたのだけど。
The author told you it wasn't enough.
ええ。キャラクターへの解釈に迷いがあると言われたわ。
And that's why she asked for my help. So you haven't found an interpretation that convinces you either, Tsukimizaka.
そうね。納得はできるのだけど、シンクロ、キャラクターと一体化するような感覚にはまだ程遠いわ。
See, I'll read Endlove again, but this time I'll pay close attention to the finer details. Maybe a clue there. Gotta think of it, what kind of person is the original author, Osamu Honishi?
そうね。気難しい性格だけど、うちには熱い炎を隠している人かしら。
See, we should talk to the author and see if we can get a clue.
それなら会ってみる？
Huh? But that'd be a stranger to...
そこは心配しないで。意外と原作者って近くにいるのだから。
Himecha. Uishi sensei.
おい、今何を言いかけた？何を？
Nothing! Sensei, I wanted to ask you something. After our class ended, I stopped Hime as she was returning to the staff room to talk with her.
なんだ？授業でわからないことでもあるのか？
I have a question about the author of Endlove, Osamu Honishi.
どこで聞いた？そっちのペンネームは学園では明かしてないはずだが。
I have a connection with Tsukimizaka from the voice acting department.
ほう。あいつからだとは。まあいい。ここではなんだし場所を変えよう。ここならいいだろう。誰にも聞かれる心配はない。
People really like taking people in here. Now you had 2 pen names, Sensei.
ペンネームが複数あるクリエイターは珍しいことじゃないだろ。作家なら媒体ごとに、絵描きなら成人向けと全年齢向けで分けているやつもいるしな。私はライトノベルジャンルは羽石治でやっているんだ。
Are you keeping a secret?
リトルプリンセスのペンネームを使って作品に先入観を与えたくなかったからだな。私の本業、シナリオライターの作品はなかなか硬派なものが多いだろ。
Well, the princess is particularly good at building a sense of mystery and suspense with stories that explore the depth of the human heart. If an author like that, with that fame, were to write a light novel, people would surely expect something similar. In contrast, all of a sudden, Hanishi's works are sweet romantic comedies, which are a far cry from many of Little Princess's works.
それよりも、どうやって月見坂から聞いた？お前があいつと何か接点があるとは思えないが。
A lot of things happened, and right now I'm helping her with Aki's performance.
いろいろねえ。
What?
一つ聞くが、月見坂ともともと知り合いだったのか？
I did know of her before, but we met only recently.
そうか。なら違うか。
What's wrong?
いや、ありえない可能性のことを考えていた。お前と月見坂が恋人同士なんていう可能性をな。
No, that would be ridiculous. I tell myself this is just how a normal person would react. And the fact that everyone thinks it's impossible even though it actually happened makes me realize that reality is crazy. Anyway, I have something important I want to ask you.
告白なら受けんぞ。お前は私の好みの対象外だからな。
It's not that. Wait a second, what is your type, Sensei?
絶対に言わん。言ったところで理解されないだろうしな。
I could see a lonely expression on her face. I don't understand why. Back to the subject. You were the one who chose Arcady's actress, weren't you? If that's the case, shouldn't you as the original author and as a teacher be responsible for guiding Tsukimizaka in her performance?
声優を選んだのは私じゃない。アニメ化にあたって私にキャスティング権は与えられなかった。制作委員会様がプッシュしたい声優で固めたんだよ。私としても正直アニメ化まで行くとは思っていなかった。もともと少ない間で完結させる予定だったしな。今回私に命じられているのは脚本を締め切り通りに上げろぐらいだな。そのため正直アニメ化にはあまり乗り気じゃない。以上だ。私は明日の授業の準備をしなければならないからこれで失礼するよ。
Please wait. Tsukimizaka is serious about giving Akari her all. For that to happen, she needs help from the original author, from her teacher. Why don't you just help her by giving her your interpretation of the story? Not all the time, but as long as she can understand, I'm sure.
ならあいつに伝えておいてやってくれ。あかりを演じるのは私ではなくお前自身だとな。
She told me the one who's going to play Akari is you, not me. She told me the exact same thing. That's the first time this happened to me. Every single time I had doubts of the character, I would just ask the author. I'd just act based on the answer I got and the problem would be solved. Maybe Hima-chan is thinking about something else. Who knows? Maybe she doesn't like me. I don't think she's the type of person who would do that just because she doesn't like someone. I know. Anyway, if she doesn't want to tell me, there's nothing I can do. There's still some time until recordings begin. Let's try our best to understand Akari better. And I'll do everything I can to find the correct interpretation of Akari. Thanks, I'm really happy you're my boyfriend, Akagami. Just give me the Saka. So unworthy of those words. Either way, I'm so moved, I think I'm shedding some tears. I want to pay you back for all your help. Alright, that's what a boyfriend does. I'll be able to live with myself if I don't pay you back somehow. Well, if you insist, I'm free this Saturday after this one. I am, yeah. Why? Want to have a date with me? Absolutely. I yawned involuntarily. Wake up early because of the excitement for my date in 2 weeks. Head down to the living room, but Chinami hasn't even started making breakfast. It's early, so I might as well go for a walk. Change my clothes and head out. I'm thinking about going down the hill and walking to the train station. Huh? See only a person jogging toward the hill, toward the top of the hill where I am.
Kagami-kun?
Unexpected encounter with my girlfriend, and it's the first time I see her in a tracksuit. Huh, she looks just cute with that tracksuit. While I'm recklessly staring at her, Tsukimizaka looks at me, utterly dumbfounded.
どうしてこんなところに?
I live in the area.
そうなの。
I then explain I'm living in the house connected to the Nagima bookstore and my cousin has been taking care of me.
まさか同じ町に住んでいるなんてね。
I'm surprised too. I thought you'd live near the academy.
私は静かな場所が好きだから。ここだと人通りも少ないし、自然も多くて空気が美味しいし、何より私のことを知らない人が多いから。
True, a lot of old people live around here, and I doubt they would know you're a celebrity if they did see you.
一応この町に住んでいることは他言無用でお願い。
Of course, I don't want to cause you any trouble, Tsukimizaka.
理解のある彼氏を持って私も幸せね。
Isn't this girlfriend of mine too cute? I'm falling in love again, just seeing her laugh so elegantly.
それより私は高台まで行くつもりだけど、よかったら一緒にどう?
I wanted to do a little exercise anyway. Yeah, let me join you. Start jogging side by side as we climb the hill.
いい汗かいたわね。
I haven't run like this in more than a month. Ugh, I'm drained.
それでも毎日走ってる私についてきてたじゃない。フォームも綺麗だし、もしかして何かスポーツでもやってた?
Yeah, I was in a baseball club 3 years ago.
道理で体は鈍ってないってことかしら。
I wouldn't be so sure about that. The last few years I've been sitting in front of a desk most of the time. Being more incredible, Tsukimizaka. Running like this every day.
声優っていう仕事は体力を使うから、ジョギング以外にも腹筋や背筋、腕立て伏せも毎日やってるわよ。
Oh, once we get to her round over, he's gonna be able to help her with those workouts. He's probably gonna fucking fold her. Jokes. Anyways, like a professional athlete.
腹式呼吸をするにあたって肺活量が大事なのよ。そういう意味ではあながち間違っていないのかも。
Top of all that, she attends school and works as a voice actor, so her schedule must be unmanageable for a normal person. Here she is, training and working to improve. Amazing.
すごくなんてないわよ。努力を重ねることは当たり前で、そこからいかに努力を無駄にしないかが重要なのよ。努力は花開かないと意味がないと世間では評されているわ。だからこそ私は結果で努力が無駄じゃなかったと証明したいから。
Serious look she has takes my breath away more than ever before. Losing my gaze, she changes her expression a bit, as if she were saying I went a little too far.
ごめんなさい。ちょっと熱く語りすぎたわ。
Not at all. Seeing like this makes me like Kirina Tsukimi a lot more. Just want to support you even more now. Being a creator is a profession that requires results, which is why so many people say results are everything. But in your case, you're trying to get results to prove that the process of getting there wasn't in vain. That's why I think you're a really kind person. Tsukimizaka?
なんでもないわ。ありがとう。
Why exactly does her smile look different than before? It's a lonely smile, as if she were saying I'm not that kind of person.
じゃあ、私はもう少し走ってくるわね。
Then, as a parting words, she takes off in front of me. Watching her jog away, a burning desire lights up within me yet again. I also have to do everything I can so that all my effort pays off. Early June.
オタクの人たちってよく登場人物の内面に惹かれたって言ってる人が多いよね。
Correct. We're always fascinated by the stories the characters carry with them. Even if you don't really like how a character looks initially, if you don't understand their stories as on a personal level, you'll naturally come to like them more.
なのに推しの顔がいいとか世界一顔が良すぎるとかつぶやくのはなんで？
Even if you don't like a character's looks at first, understanding them and forming connection will likely make you like them, right? Otakus are very fanatic when it comes to their idols. These psychology sessions about otaku culture with ice have become more and more common. He's also researching things on the internet about the aspects she doesn't understand. Seems a new novel will come out next month. The title she chose was How to Raise an Otaku Boyfriend. Sakurai Azaka releasing a word with an otaku title will undoubtedly shock
あ
everyone.
と抱き枕って抱き枕本体と抱き枕カバーってのが分かれてるんだよね。
Right on, you're learning a lot. They're two separate things.
ただ分からなかったのがあの抱き枕カバーを取り付けてオタクの人たちは一体何をするの？
Well, same thing a normal person would do with a body pillow. Cuddle with it while they're sleeping. Yep, that's all. Do anything else?
なんだか絵面を想像したらちょっと鳥肌が立ったんだけど。
Wait, there's nothing wrong with that. Doesn't everyone want to cuddle with their favorite character while they sleep?
なんていうか本当に抱きついて眠るだけなの？
Well, some people may use them in other ways.
どんな？
No, I think it's better you don't.
そこは聞かせてよ。これも取材の一つなんだから。
If it's like that, let me hear for a moment.
いいけど。
So tell Isa another way men use their dakimakura. Try to be as indirect as possible so I won't scare her, but... Wait, I haven't done it yet. Maybe at some point. I can't tell her. She can't know that I already bought a cover and just need the pillow. I have a feeling if I dive into the world of dakimakuras, there will be no going back, so I haven't fully committed yet.
しばらくの間近づかないでもらえますか？
That's why I didn't want to tell you. That's how I managed to clear that mistrust I caused, and she sits down next to me again. I also need your advice, Isa.
相談したいこと？あ、もしかして月見坂さんと付き合えるようにまたアドバイスしてくれって。正直手伝ってる私から言うのもなんだけど、月見坂さんはさすがに手が届かない存在だと思うよ。
I'd love to tell her that this out of my reach person is dating me right now, but I can't say it, even when my life depends on it. But if I'm gonna ask her for advice, I should at least be a little honest with her. Before I ask you for advice, I have to tell you something. I got a girlfriend.
へえ、そうなんだ。ん？は？彼女？誰？いつ？
Can't tell you who it is, but we started dating last month.
これで冗談ってことはないよね。よくオタクの人たちが言う画面の中にいるこの子が彼女なんですじゃないよね。
I'm serious, she's a real three-dimensional girl.
ちなみに告白はどちらから？
Well, she confessed to me. That was a confession, right? Maybe it was more like a proposition, but I'm not lying when I said it. Kimizaka did it. I saw...
待ってごめん。今ちょっと混乱してる。え、いつの間に？というかトシ君に告白するような人間が。
Okay, that's fucking rude! That is fucking rude!
ありえない。いや、ありえなくはないけど、おかしいよね。おかしいに決まってるよね。いや、でも。
Also, apparently, her route is locked to last, so I don't have to worry about avoiding her route. I can just play the game normally, and the game will just say, hey, fucko. Fucko pop. No. Can you stop slandering me out loud?
もしかしてなんだけど、シオンっていうオチはないよね。
Of course not. She sees me as her enemy.
だよね。本当に誰かは教えてくれないの？
Nah, there's a lot of reasons I can't tell you, sorry.
うんうん。その辺は二人の問題だし、無理やり聞き出そうとはしないよ。でも、いつかは教えてね。
I'll have to wait for now.
それで相談って？
We're going on a date next week, so I need help.
いいけど、 彼女さんってどういう人なの？
Well, very stylish, elegant and polite.
ああ、月見坂さんみたいな人だね。
It's actually her! She has this beautiful smile and the calm way of speaking. And her angelic voice soothes my heart.
ストップストップ、大体わかったから。それでどういうデートをしようとしているの？
I want to match your style, so I'll wear that suit I wore when I went to that corporate writers meeting a while ago. No. No. Do not. You're only going to make a fucking fool of yourself. After visiting a museum, we'll head to a fancy restaurant. To finish it off, I'll take you to a place with a beautiful view of the night sky. She placed her hands on her head for some
と
reason.
りあえずそのデートプランは白紙に戻そっか。
Why? Don't you have a pretty mature plan?
トシ君が大人なら良いかもしれないけど、私たちはまだ子供でしょ。それに今回はうまくいったとしても2回目以降も続くの？デートするたびに貯金を崩していくんじゃない？
Well, you have a point.
彼女さんも学生なんだったら地に足をついた普通のデートでいいんだよ。
Normal.
デートはね、アウェーじゃなくてホームで挑むのがいいよ。自分の知っている場所で自分のことを知ってもらうためにも身の丈に合ったデートをするべきだと私は思う。ほら、野球のチームだってホームの方が基本的には勝率が高いでしょ。
Playing at home. Right, if I do it like that, I wouldn't be so nervous on the day of the date. There wouldn't be any doubts either. I could take the initiative and explain everything to her without any problem. Thanks, I'll follow your advice.
あくまでも私の意見だから。
That advice was really persuasive. You told me you didn't have a boyfriend, but I'm sure you went on quite a few dates since you transferred, didn't you?
まあね、これでも恋愛小説家の端くれですから。
No, we was talking about writing, whatever. Now I want to ask you more about the details for the date and how to escort her properly. Thank you very much for everything today. You helped me a lot.
その言葉は無事にデートが成功したらでいいよ。
I'll tell you again afterwards.
じゃあ、お礼を言われることを願ってるよ。あと、はい、これ。
This offers me 2 movie tickets.
これ、私の執筆した小説が映画上映されるんだ。彼女さんと一緒に行ったらいいよ。もらい物だから気にしないで。
Are you sure? If you had 2 tickets, weren't you planning to go with some...
今持ってたのが2枚ってだけで部屋にはたくさんあるから。なんて言ったって原作者ですから。
Makes sense. I really don't mind. I'll take them.
見終わったら感想を教えてね。
Of course. Thank you very much for everything today. See you at the academy.
バイバイ。
At home, I have to say goodbye to Isa. I owe Isa big time. I'll do my best to help her one day. Anyways, hi, Tsukimizaka.
頑張れ、トシ君。
No, man. And finally, the day of the long-awaited date arrived. I run towards Saizoji's station. I was looking at myself at the mirror and making sure everything was perfect before leaving. I ended up staring at myself for an hour. Left as soon as I noticed the time, but I was already late. Could have been fine since I took the next train. I would have to arrive at our date around time or so. Why did the train have to be delayed today of all days? So I'm running as fast as I can towards our meeting spot to try and make it on time. So more? We were supposed to meet by the police box around here. I can already see her figure in the distance. My body suddenly stops. There she is, my girlfriend, dressed in her casual clothes. Her pure and elegant clothes seem to be taken directly from one of my fantasies. Even when she's wearing her glasses, her natural beauty means her face matches perfectly with her outfit. An angel.
あら、鏡くん。鏡くん、どうかした？
Sorry, I just couldn't take my eyes off you.
鏡くんはお世辞が上手ね。
I'm just saying the
お
truth.
はよう。電車が遅れたみたいだったけど、大丈夫だった？
Good morning. Yes, I'm okay out here just in time.
間に合っていればいいのよ。じゃあ案内の方お願いしてもらっていいかし。
Wait for that. That outfit looks great on you. Why the hell did I stutter? Practiced that line like 100 times yesterday.
ありがとう。
He's unperturbed by my stutter and simply gives me a warm smile. Must be an angel now. If she's an angel, I'm her boyfriend. Wouldn't that make me a god?
鏡くんの服も似合っているわよ。なんだか学園の時よりもかっこよく見える。
Thanks. Well, let's go.
え
We're about to walk side by side, but at that moment, Tsukimizaka offers me her hand.
恋人同士のデートなのでしょ。それなら歩く際は手をつなぐものなのでは。
I should put the gun away again. I'll be delighted if it's fine with you, Tsukimizaka.
いいからこうして手を差し出しているのだけれど。
Calm down, Toshiki Kagami. Am I being tested or something? No, is she really the type of person that would test me like this? Yeah.
もしかして嫌だった？
Sorry, it's not that. It's just that I wasn't mentally prepared. I just can't believe something like this is happening.
じゃあ心の準備ができるまで待ってるわ。
I'm just falling in love all over again watching her laugh like that. If I miss this opportunity, I might not have another one in my life. There's only one thing to do in this case. Okay, let's go. I also take Tsukimizaka's hand. I have a small, soft, and smooth hand of a girl on my own. Mere touch is enough to make my heart race.
ええ、よろしく。
Great my hands won't sweat like crazy as we head towards our first destination.
バッティングセンター？
I just realized there's a distinct possibility of this being one big method acting attempt. Like she realized that he likes her and thought, what is she that, hey, maybe he'll understand what she's like if she puts herself in her role by essentially making him the MC from End Love, taking out, essentially dating Akari or something like that. Hang out with my friends here often. It's a great way to get rid of all your stress, and it's also great exercise. So I decided to put into practice Ice's advice the other day, playing at home now. For the first time I said, invite me, I've been here with a bunch with you, Mashio, and Isa. Tsukimizaka has probably been on dates many times. I decided to start with a place with probably no Vincent.
いいわね。ソフトボールの授業ぐらいでしかバットを振ったことがないからなんだか新鮮ね。
Kirino Tsukimi is a pure popular voice actor. So far, she has shown no signs of having a boyfriend in her life. Fans say things like she's 100% a virgin, or she hasn't even been in a relationship. But I'm not so
やり
naive.
方教えてくれる？
Sure. How can a man resist someone this cute? Thinking about it like that, it wouldn't be strange that she had one, two, or even more boyfriends in her past. Honestly, I'm afraid she could compare me to her previous boyfriends. But more importantly, I want to be a boyfriend she can be proud of. Well, at first, so you can look at how I do it, okay?
わかったわ。後ろで待っているわね。
Insert the store card we bought earlier in the machine and modify the speed and type of pitch from the machine. For now, let's start with straight pitches. I said different types of throws that'll make it more difficult, and I won't be able to show Tsukimizaka my good side. Setting up the machine and the batting cage with the bat in my hands. Full speed, 130 kilometers. I'm able to hit the ball with all that perfect sound as the ball strikes the net. Perfect hit. Let's start. The machine throws the next ball immediately. Rotate my body using my waist, and my bat hits the ball at that sweet spot again. The perfect shot this time. The net of the roof stops the ball. I've been here so many times that I can easily hit balls at this speed.
へえ。
Look back and see Tsukimizaka look at me with admiration. She's getting a good impression of me. Keep showing her the side of me. The machine finally stops throwing balls and I step out of the batting cages.
お疲れ様。上手なのね。
Well, I played baseball before. Every once in a while I come to play for a bit.
私からしたらこんな速いボールに当てるだけで十分すごいと思うわ。
It's a bit embarrassing hearing her praise me like that. I'm over the moon being praised by someone I like so much. Why don't you try it, Tsukimizaka?
でもこんなに速い球は打てないわよ。
Don't worry, we can adjust the speed of the ball. Let's start with the slowest speed for now.
それなら良さそうね。私も見ていたらやってみたくなったから。
Tsukimizaka enters the batting cage and takes the bat. After a few gestures, I get the signal that she's ready, and insert the card into the machine to get it started.
よーし。
Oh, this is fated to go wrong, actually. She seems to be full of confidence. I wonder if she ever played any sports. Tsukimi's profile hasn't mentioned anything about that. I'm not clear if she's athletic. I wonder if she did well in that softball class she mentioned earlier. But her form is one of a complete rookie.
Hey!
A glorious strike. Yeah, no, this one's better. I just barely remembered to get rid of the text box there. There was a gap of about 20 centimeters between the bat and the ball. It's fine, it's the first ball. Sure, she hasn't used the bat in a long time, just hasn't gotten used to it. It's incredible. All those strikes in a row. In the end, she couldn't hit any ball. Well, if you're not used to it, it's normal that this would happen.
もう一回挑戦するわ。
Wait a second.
何？
Let me give you some pointers before you go in again. I think if you change a few little things, I'm sure you'll be able to hit the balls.
そうなの？
Yeah, I think you have the right posture. Now, I think we need to work your grip and timing.
なら聞かせて。私も打てるようになりたいから。
Okay, first of all, don't close your eyes before the ball hits the bat. Try to watch the ball right until you hit it.
よく目をつむってたって気づいたわね。
A lot of people who aren't used to batting get scared and close their eyes. I also feel like you're tensing up a lot, so I want you to relax a bit more. And it's better if you hold the bat with your hands closer to each other. Put the bottom of your right hand over the top of your left. Lastly, you're swinging a little slow, so try to swing a little faster than before. If you can follow what I just told you, I'm sure you'll hit the ball.
目をつむらない。リラックスした構え。早めにバットを振る。わかったわ。試してみる。
Yeah, good luck. I insert the card instead of the machine again. Taking a look at her posture again, she looks much more natural than before. Gripping the bat much better. I'll start the machine. First ball. Ah!
当たった。
It didn't fly away, but you really managed to hit the ball. Tsukimizaka, keep it up. You can swing it a little
わ
faster.
かったわ。
Second ball comes out of the machine. Oh! This time, although it wasn't much, the ball flies forward.
やったわ、鏡くん。
Yeah, keep it up, keep it up. After getting used to her swing and her bat. On the last ball, she was able to hit the ball at the perfect time, making that nice sound as the ball flies away. After the batting cages, we have a late lunch and head straight to the movies.
さっきのお店良かったわね。スパゲティのトマトソースがとても美味しくて、全体の味の調和が取れていたわ。
How'd you like that?
よく行くの？学生があまり行かないお店だと思うけど。
A friend recommended that restaurant to me. Thanks for the great date, Spot Yuma. Of course, I went to the place once before the date to check it
い
out.
い友人を持っているのね。羨ましいわ。
I'm always surrounded by friends. You're quite popular yourself, Tsukimizaka. I just have one close group of people that I get along with.
卑下する必要なんてないわ。自分と気が合う友人がいるだけで十分だと思うわよ。 人が優しくできる人間の数は限られているのだから。
Exactly. Worry to look at her and notice the grim expression she has. Her face quickly returns to her typical gentle expression. Was I imagining?
着いたわ。中に入りましょう。
Or even knowing it, we arrived at the movie theater. We hadn't signed for our movie. This is not a heartbreak. A masterpiece by Sakurai Asaka that came out a year and a half ago. The setting is in summertime. The location is an urban school in modern-day Japan. A stubborn girl who hates losing and a cynical, cowardly boy are taking supplementary lessons together. The story begins when the two have to work together on a report as one of their teachers threatens that they'll otherwise have to repeat the school year. For the report, they chose the topic of how romantic feelings emerge between people and start to try several things. Amongst all this, the girl begins to have feelings towards the boy. In the second half of the story, the girl tries to convey her feelings for the boy, but that's when she finds out he has feelings for her best friend. The boy confesses his feelings for the girl's best friend and she accepts them. Seeing this, the girl bites her lip and mutters, "This is not a heartbreak." Super popular actors play the protagonist and the heroine on the screen. The two act the way fans expect, satisfying everyone with their performance. As I glance towards Kimizaka out of the corner of my eye, I see her look completely serious. I wonder if because she's an actress, she's seeing things like this inspires her. Meanwhile, I'm fidgety as all hell. Kimizaka is sitting right next to me. Maybe that's the reason. On top of that, as a creator, I feel a flame slowly igniting within me. I'd read the original work, but seeing the film, I can glean new details and interpretations of parts of the novel. And as you'd expect from Isa, it's a very straightforward teen romance which allows people to connect with the characters. The romance is a perfect mixture of bittersweet and heartrending, which just makes me want to write a story like this. Amazing. Just as the original work, the curtain closes on a bittersweet scene.
楽しかったわね、映画。あれこそ綾坂桜節と言うべきか。等身大の登場人物たちを描くのが本当に上手。そして心に傷をつけるようなエンディング。だからこそ彼女の物語は多くの人の脳裏に焼き付いているのかしら。そんな人が同年代で、それも同じ学園にいるなんてすごいわよね。機会があったら話してみたいものだ。
Warm sensation develops my right hand. Through the roof, holding my girlfriend's hand. If I hadn't seen Isa's story. Right now I only feel one emotion.
鏡くん?
Sorry.
何かあったの?
Can't we leave the night for you for another day? I really want to write a story right now. So sorry. We'll definitely make it up to you one day. Seriously, I'm sorry.
私も一人のクリエイターよ。鏡くんの気持ちは痛いほどわかるわ。それにスランプを脱出できれば御の字じゃない。だから気にしないで。
Sorry.
もう謝らなくていいって言ってるのに、書きたくなったのならこんなことをしている暇はないんじゃないかしら。
You're right. What are you gonna do, Tsukimizaka?
私はこっちで買い物をしてから帰るわ。
I see him. So, nah, thank you. I'll contact you later.
ええ、待ってるわ。
As she shows me a gentle smile, I turn around and jog towards the station. I'm not the type of person who would cancel a date halfway through. In a normal situation, it wouldn't even cross my mind to cancel my date with Kirino Tsukimi, the person I've adored for so long. But right now, all I wanted to do was write, and keep writing all those stories out of my mind.
全然わからないわ。本当に意味があるのかしら。
Knew it. This is method acting. She is method acting and is using him to method act.
ただ、ムカつくだけじゃないの。
Wipe my mouth with a tissue as I collapse on the couch. After ending my day with Tsukimizaka early, I tried to write, but it was a disaster. Why can't I write plots without issue? But when it comes to writing stories, I can't. Let's apologize one more time. I can't even apologize. She told me she understood my feelings. She's also creative, but I can't deny I actually broke my promise. I should say something normal like, sorry for what happened today. I'll make it up to you next time. Nah, Kirino Tsukimi is the one that's going to read it. If I send a cliche message like that, her interest in me will disappear immediately. If I send her some, like, thank you for the support you gave me today, I couldn't write, but I made some progress. I wasn't even thanking her for. She was smiling when I left, but I don't think she was happy about that. If I thank her like that, she's just gonna get even more angry, sure. What do I do? Someone entered the room as I'm wallowing in my anxiety. I raised my head to see if it was Chinami when... Yo, Mimi.
飲み物を取りに来ただけだから気にしないで。
You say that, but you have that thing on top of your head.
モナカのこと？よく頭の上に乗ってくるんだよね。
Isn't she heavy?
別に乗ってるなーって感じるだけ。
Really? It's more like what a cat would do, not a rabbit.
そっちは何してたの？頭を抱えてたみたいだけど。
Well, I was thinking of a message to send to my girlfriend.
鏡さんって彼女いたの？それ画面の中にいるっていうオチじゃないよね。
She's real and she's pretty cute. She has the same reaction as I, so why does everyone think it's impossible for me to have a girlfriend? Well, I suppose it is rare for an otaku like me to have a girlfriend, so both have a point.
さりげなくのろけられた。これだからリア充は死ねばいいんだ。
I would like to hear a girl's opinion. Can you give me some advice?
嫌ですけど。
You're just going to reject me like that, please?
まともな意見出せると思いませんし。あと忙しいので。
I'll thank you somehow.
京都の有名な老舗のどら焼きを買ってくれるの。
I'll buy it for you. Remy sighs as sits down on a chair in the living room. Looks like I convinced her. I briefly explained the situation to her.
彼氏として最低じゃん。
Right?
そういうのって嘘やごまかしなんてせず本心から謝罪すればいいんじゃない？少なくとも私はそっちの方がいいかな。
See, thank you, I'll do that.
そう。まあ頑張って。
After saying that, you remember walks out of the room with her rabbit still on her head. Okay, open Lime and send a message with all my feelings and thoughts. It's Kimisaka. I'm really sorry about what happened today. Couldn't hold my emotions back, really sorry. I'll be really happy if you give me another chance to make it up to you. I told you before I left. I understand what you're feeling. I'm also a creator. Were you able to write? No, I couldn't. I even interrupted our date for this. I'm so ashamed. See, don't give up. I know you'll be able to get out of that slump you're in. Thanks, it's comforting to hear that from you. Sorry, I have to check some things for tomorrow's recording. I might not reply. We'll talk later. Damn it, she's definitely ticked off. I sigh one more time. Things stay like this, her heart will only drift further and further away. I need to talk to Kimisaka directly again. I want to apologize in person for what happened the other day. Do you have some time to meet? Until now, even if she was busy with her work, she would always reply back. She hasn't even read my messages. She hasn't spoken to me at all day. She's angry. I need to apologize directly. I tried to go to her class, but Kimisaka hasn't come today because of work. Looks like I'm gonna have to go there myself. Even after class, she still hasn't read my live messages. I have an idea of where she might be, therefore I head there myself. She's not here, I'll order a coffee, drink, and go home. She's here. It's definitely Kimisaka in the flesh. I think she's talking to someone. She even looks stunning in her summer uniform. But this isn't the time to be charmed by her. I need to talk to her. I see myself approach her table.
本当にありえないわ、あの男。
Huh? This girl.
普通この私を置いて帰る？わざわざ仕事の予定も調整して開けたっていうのに。
Ah, there you go.
それがあんな冴えない男にコケにされるって。思い出しただけでムカついてきたわ。
She must be talking about her date. From her voice, I know she's definitely Kimisaka, but she's acting totally
キリ
different.
ちゃん、キリちゃん、後ろの子って知り合い？はあ？
Hey.
あ。
Her expression just says I screwed up. So does Kirinatsuki's personality.
あら、鏡くん。こんなところで会うなんて奇遇ね。
The fact you can smile like that in this situation is a little scary.
君がキリちゃんの話していた鏡くんなんだ。
Did someone glue your mouth shut? Everyone else moves their mouth when they talk. Why do you not? Good afternoon, you are...
申し遅れました。レインティアーズのマネージャーを務めています。
Oh, no,
花咲メイです。
Maybe she's she's drinking just a really sweet tea and just like got stuck together for a second. She hands me her business card after a small bow. If I remember correctly, Kiri Natsukimi is part of this
キ
company.
リちゃん担当のマネージャーです。よろしく。
Nice to meet you.
よろしくじゃないわよ。何名刺渡してるのよ、あんたは。でもこれから長い付き合いになるかなって思って。ならないわよ。今日今この瞬間に関係が終わるわよ。そうなの？
Sorry, I don't quite understand what's going on.
そうね。あんたも付き合ってはくれていたんだから全部話してあげる。座りなさい。
She points towards the seat next to Hanazaki. Can I go first?
どうぞ。どうせ私に文句の一つ。
Sorry, left midway through our date for my own selfish reasons.
は？
That's what I wanted to tell you. That's why I've been looking for you.
だってさ、許してあげれば？分かってるわよ。私だって頭では理解してる。でも感情では納得しきれてないだけだったの。一人のクリエイターとして気持ちはわかるっていう言葉は嘘じゃないから。
So you'll forgive me?
それをいちいち聞いてくるやつは許したくない。こう言ってるってことは許してるってことだよ。キリちゃん素直じゃないから。
Every minute, but I'm feeling better already. So, what you wanted to talk about?
ここまで来たら言わなくてもわかると思うけど。
Your calm demeanor, kindness, today, or purity, all of it that is a made-up persona, right?
理解が早くて助かるわ。これが私の素よ。
Honestly, I can't believe what's going on right now. My brain is overloading trying to combine this blunt attitude with the pure image I had of Kiri Natsukimi.
そういうわけだから。これで茶番劇は終わりね。
As far as you mean a relationship?
そうよ。あんたの好きな私はただの偶像だった。それだけで別れる理由にはなるでしょ。私のキャラだってこういう清純派を気取っていれば人気も取れるし、敵を作りにくいからやってるだけなんだもの。
She has a point. With this completely new side of her, I don't even know what to think anymore. But then, why do I still have feelings for Kiri Natsukimi? I don't even know. Normally, this would be enough to dispel any love. Can I ask you something?
答えられる範囲なら。
I don't know if your effort and your joy during our date was all a lie.
信じてくれるかはわからないけど、それは嘘じゃなかったと言っておくわ。
I'll see. And I have no regrets.
え？
I want us to continue being a couple. Wonder if that's the reason why I made such a ridiculous proposal to her, despite what I now know.
は？
If I'm honest, I liked your idol side, Tsukimizaka. Even after all this, I still feel that way.
好きだったって。メイ、うるさい。
You remember my slump, don't you?
物語を書こうとすると体調不良を起こすって。
I've tried a lot of things trying to get out of this slump, but I haven't done much. But I'm not going to give up. I want to keep trying whatever I can. And continuing this relationship with you can give me more opportunities to find a way out of this slump.
あんたって、バカなの？
Maybe.
恋人を続けたからといって、世に言う恋人がするようなことは何もできないわよ。
I'm not really looking for a typical romantic relationship. I just want to talk to you, listen to your complaints, and whatever else.
あんたそれでいいの？普通の人間と普通の恋愛をした方が何倍も人生経験になるわよ。
You don't think it would be better dating a popular upcoming voice actress who can appeal to anyone? Besides, if you continue this relationship, I'll continue to help you find an interpretation of end love. Of course, I don't know if that's enough for you, Tsukimizaka. She glares at me while listening. She looks terrifying!
事務所としては止めるべきじゃない？ そりゃマネージャーとしては発覚した時のリスクもあるから止めたいところではあるけど、でも事務所の方針として禁止はしてないから、キリちゃんの判断に任せるよ。そこは普通止めるべきでしょうが、私個人としては応援したいもん。なんで私の周りにはこんな奴らしかいないのよ。まったく。
What do you think then?
わかったわよ。続けるわよ。ただ勘違いしないでほしいのは、この恋人関係は利害の一致よ。エンラブの解釈が固まり、あのゴスロリ女から OK が出たらすぐに解消する関係なのよ。
Yeah, I understand.
もちろん私と付き合っていることも素の部分も誰かに話したら殺す。
Got it. She's giving me quite the death stare. I'm curious, why did you choose me to be your boyfriend?
それはね、キリちゃんが勝手に言わない。いろいろ調べてあんたが敵になったってだけよ。
Research? What did you research?
ともかくまとまってよかったよ。これからもキリちゃんのことよろしくね。
Yeah, I still do my best to help her.
なんだか疲れた。仕事もないしもう帰るわ。そうだね、いい時間だし出ようか。で、
So what?
なんで一緒に帰ってるのよ。普通別々に帰るでしょうが。
Well, we live in the same city. I can't do anything about that, right?
普通時間ずらして乗るでしょうが。というか、なんで一緒にいるのよ。
Well, we were already together before. We don't need to part ways now. Besides, we're supposed to be a couple.
あんた結構めんどくさい性格しているわね。
I can say the exact same thing about you. It's the first time I've seen someone with such a drastic alter ego. That moment my phone buzzes. Or a line message from Lisa. Pushing Ren'ai home. Now I'm on my way back now. Need me for something? I have some questions about my novel. If you have some time, I want to talk with you. Sure, I'll head by the tea house later. Wait for me. Are you with a girlfriend? Yep. Oh, things are getting spicy. Alright, I'll wait for you here. Why does that vaguely look like a doe? 誰とライムしてたのよ。 Curious?
バカは休み言いなさい。あんたが誰とライムしてようが気にはならないわよ。私といるのだから私に集中していなさいよ。気に食わないじゃない。
Sousaku, you.
何よ。
You have a lot of pride as a woman, don't you?
あんた喧嘩売ってるの？
Kinda think of it. Where do you live, Sousaku?
言うわけないでしょ。月の御浜市に住んでるってだけでも知られて面倒なのに。
It's amazing you live alone at this age. I could never do that.
なんで知ってるのよ。
You said in an interview, you said you live alone and you cook for yourself.
そういえばそうだったわね。というか、よく覚えているわね。
I'm your fan for a reason. The feeling might not be as strong as before, but I still want to support Kiri and Tsukimi.
そう。ごめんなさい。あんたに夢を見せ続けることができなくて。
Huh?
何よ。これでもファンは大切にする主義なの。
Yeah, but I also thought that was false. Oh, Tsukimi's social media posts are always full of messages thanking her fans, and in her interviews, she always says that she owes a lot to the fans who are always supporting her.
全部が嘘ってわけじゃない。月見キリナの中に月見坂キリハとしての部分もしっかりあるんだから。
Let's see. Then I don't regret supporting you and making you my Oshi all this time.
あら、なんなら継続で押してもいいのよ。
I like your appearance, but
ぶ
personality.
ち殺すわよ、このクソオタク。
I'm just telling the truth.
自覚はしているけど、人に言われるのはムカつくのよ。
You're gonna stand her. So you're aware of that.
これで自覚してなきゃ頭お花畑でしょ。そもそも女なんて生まれた瞬間から全員性格が悪くなる生き物だけど。
Really? I've seen women who are extremely kind and have a beautiful smile on their face.
そういう子は誰にでも優しく 笑顔が素敵な女の子と思われたいから。そういう評価をもらえたら周りの受けもいいし、自分は魅力的な女の子なんだって幸せな気分に浸れる。
I think you're being just a little too cynical of everything.
これを車に構えた味方だと言えるのは男だけよ。
Seriously? As a man, let me dream for a
い
bit.
かに夢を見せるのがうまいかどうかでモテるかが決まるのよ。現に私のよ。
Perhaps Kibizaka stumbled on the steps because she's looking at me and not the road. Regardless, she loses her balance. Whoa! Since I'm nearby, I somehow managed to grab her before she falls. But that moment, her glasses fall to the ground. She's softer than I imagined, and her sound is tantalizing. That's when a voice cuts through my thoughts. And that voice belongs to...
それに月見坂さん、どうして二人が一緒に？
The childhood friend has a look of complete shock. Frantically, Kibizaka and I pull apart from each other, but the damage has already been done.
何？もしかして本命の彼女？
She's not my girlfriend, she's my childhood friend.
ふん、幼馴染ね。
Why are you looking at me like that?
別に。あんたも隅に置けないなって。
I'm telling you, I don't have that kind of relationship with Isa.
お二人さん、何をこそこそ話しているのか。別に何でもないです。彼とは駅で偶然会っただけなので。では、私は。
Kibizaka picks up her glasses and is about to leave.
ごめん。ちょっと聞きたいことがあるから付き合ってくれるかな、月見坂さん。
Ha! Why you smiling like that? I understand why, but my body is frozen by fear.
ええ。
Seems that Kibizaka feels something similar. Well, I'll leave you two here and be on my own.
そもそもトシ君は私との約束があるよね。
Why's she throwing the bat?
それでトシ君の彼女さんって月見坂さんだったの？
I know. Well, that girl's freaking me out with her smile.
さっき彼女さんと帰ってるってライムで言ってたってことはそういうことだよね。
The pressure I'm feeling from her is staggering. I glance beside me and try to ask Kibizaka for help, but she simply smiles at me. Without answering me, she looks at Isa and opens her mouth.
ええ、そうです。私が鏡くんと付き合っている。本当なの、トシくん？
Well, yeah.
どうしてトシくんと付き合ったんですか？彼のことが好きだからです。だから私から告白しました。
What a jumble of truths and lies.
告白ってもしかしてあの教室から呼び出した時に？ええ、そうよね、鏡くん。
Yep. I really want to punch my past self. I want to scream that this is the real personality of that girl he liked so much. I doubt I would have believed it either way. I was just deluding myself at that point. I feel like I understand what Tsukimizaka was saying a while ago a bit better now.
どうしてトシ君に惹かれたんですか？二人って接点は何もなかったんじゃ。以前私が街中で困っている時に彼が助けてくれたんです。その時に彼の優しさに触れて常に鏡くんのことを考えるようになって。
This hurts! This hurts! This is psychic damage!
それが恋だって自覚したから彼に告白したんです。なんだかこうやって人に話すのは恥ずかしいですね。
Shit! If all of that were true, I would have been so thrilled that I wouldn't be able to stop my tears.
綾瀬さんでしたっけ？できれば私と彼が付き合っていることは他言無用でお願いします。周囲に知れ渡ってしまったらきっと彼にも迷惑がかかってしまうので。それは約束できるけど、でも。
Can you stop acting? Imagine if she just deadpan goes like, can you stop acting, please?
何か気になることでも？何もないです。 それならよかったわ。では私はこれで。また学園で、鏡くん。
Yeah, I see ya.
Kimisaka walks out of the tea house, and it's just Isa and me
へ
now.
え。ふーん。ほう。
What?
よかったねって思って。
Oh yeah, that's good. Breath of fresh air has blown over my school life. This may be what I need to help me get out of my slump.
嬉しくないの？あんなに好きだって言ってた。
It's true, I'm happy, but it's just... I still don't feel like it's true, like I'm confused or something like
ふー
that.
ん、そりゃそうか。テレビに出ているような芸能人と付き合っているみたいなものだもんね。頑張ってね。すぐ振られないように。
Yes, I'll do my best. At the end of the day, when the whole end love situation ends, this relationship will end as well. When everything is over, I'll tell Isa the whole story. That's what I promised myself at that moment. I want to live as a creator in the future. And that's what you'll do because the present is ending now. Or at the very least being paused. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. See you next time. Bye-bye.